So nice to be joined by Austin Siko, the one and only senior of the Derry Area baseball team this season, but such unfortunate circumstances happening, of course, with the pandemic that has occurred, and you have to do everything from at home. So, Austin, I'm not wanting to talk to you just about baseball. We will get to that, but just overall, your thought process. I know I feel very badly for you. The rest of your faculty and administration feel bad for all of the seniors who have to go through this. So we're just trying to give you a little bit of a salute that you very much deserve in this pandemic that's going on. But how have you been handling it? And I'm sure it hasn't been easy.
It's definitely different. Definitely a different situation. Never happened in my lifetime, and probably nobody generations before me. It's definitely something we all have to work together to get through, or staying at home. Otherwise, it's craziness.
Have you talked to some of your senior friends? I'm sure you have, social distancing, of course, and just got together with them the best that you possibly can to discuss this. I know graduation's going to be crazy, and the way things are, being handled the best as possible. But what are some of those thoughts going through you and your fellow seniors' minds?
Well, we do a lot of Zoom meetings and stuff like everybody else. That's even how they're doing TV shows right now, Zoom meetings. Yeah. We do gaming with video chat and stuff. So it's real easy. We're used to communicating over technology, so it's nice. But it's definitely a lot different than being in person and talking one-on-one. You don't really get that emotional side of everybody, how everybody's feeling, but you get to hear their voice, which is nice.
Of course, they say your senior year is, your most important one because it's your last year and all the fun things that come with being a senior. Unfortunately, it was cut short in March for you guys, and you weren't able to do a lot of different things that you like to do. I know, from a non-sports standpoint, you had the bachelor auction, which everybody was looking forward to, things like that, the bachelor auction, the prom, and then, of course, graduation. And this has to be a bummer, certainly.
Yeah, I actually just got a text from Kylie about bachelor auction. It's definitely difficult. I know a lot of people. I actually got a few pictures of them crying. It was rough for them because they've been doing that for 4+ months, planning and stuff, and then all just be swept to the side. It's difficult. And all the money raised, we're still donating it, which is very nice. We're all going to send it to Miss Bushy, and hopefully the Make-A-Wish Foundation can make a kid's dream again, which I think last year we raised $23,000, which was amazing. It was just fantastic. So, but it's definitely different not being at school, not being with everybody, doing the things we usually do. I know I had a prom. Actually, it was a prom. People drove by and waved to us. It was kind of nice. I really enjoyed it, but I'll never get that experience of going to prom for real because I didn't get to go last year. Just date fell through. So,
what have you been doing during this pandemic just to keep yourself occupied?
A lot of working out. A lot of self-motivated workouts. It's definitely rough. But I'm still working. I work at a little pizza shop in New Derry. We do only takeouts because
you're allowed to say who it is. You're allowed.
Oh, Rosemary Pizza in New Derry. It's
Rosemary.
Small.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, it's wood fire pizza. It's delicious. Delicious. I could eat it every day of the week if I had to.
So obviously, going through all of this and doing this, you still have to do your online courses, which I'm sure it's just like, oh my goodness. I mean, I'm a senior, just get me through all of this. And I know how hard the teachers and administrators have been working to put this all together, but it's still no consolation for the seniors. And I think that's what hurts us the most. It just, you wonder, okay, so when you get that diploma and you cross that stage, that's always such an important part of things. But, life goes on, and I understand that people are unfortunately sick from this pandemic, and I know you guys understand that too. But Austin, you have to have plans after high school, and I'm sure those have to go on as plans. So maybe you can talk about what you're going to do post-graduation.
Next fall, I will be attending Teal College. It's about 2 hours away from Derry, so it's a little close to Ohio. So I'm getting away, but not too far. So it's nice. It's definitely a big decision. Me and my family talked about. We think it's the best in my case. It's a Division III school, so I like a small school. I couldn't see myself going to a big school. I did travel to Pitt and Penn State. It's what I just didn't get the same atmosphere that I got at Teal. So I'm really happy with my decision.
What about your major?
I'll be accounting and business financing. So,
and if that sounds smart to all of you, it certainly is, because Austin is a 4.0 student. So that certainly helps your way.
Yeah, it's very, very nice. Actually, I can't say it was just me with my 4.0. It's a lot of the helping, just asking teachers for help. It's all, you just need to put yourself out there, and they will give you the help that you need to learn and grow. And I have to thank all the Derry teachers, because I know if I had to call any one of them, they would answer my questions to the best of their abilities. And I'm so grateful for that.
When you look back on your school career, not just high school overall, but you've made many memories and certainly many friendships over the years. Anything stick out to you the most?
Definitely our football games. I think our student section is one of the best in Westmoreland County, maybe even Eastern or Western PA. And it's been a great experience. Go there. You get 100+ kids there every game, away games, home games, great crowd. My senior class has had almost every winning season at Derry, which was a big turnaround from a few years ago. And that's accredited to the football players and even the coaching staff of Tim Sweeney and Joe Milan. They call him GT. I forget his name.
Gary Tom. Yeah.
Gary Tom.
Yeah, that's
been a wonderful experience. Playing every sport has helped me. Soccer, wrestling, basketball, baseball, the whole 9 yards.
Don't steal my thunder, because we're going to get to all of that.
We will.
Let me finally talk about just a couple things before we get into sports. First of all, I know over the years you have many classes, and I know it's going to be hard to thank everybody or to talk about your classwork and things like that. But what are the things that stick out with you the most? Maybe it's some of the activities and clubs you do, non-sports, just school clubs and things like that.
I had the opportunity to actually be in the chess club 2 years ago, and I won the Christmas chess tournament. Yeah, won a nice chessboard. I really enjoyed that time. It was just relaxing. Definitely my accounting courses with Miss Bushy. It really structured my career that I'm hoping to go into, which I have to thank her. I would have never even known about accounting until I asked her about it. I just have to thank every teacher there, because every whether it was from science to gym class, everybody had a helping hand in my success.
Now, I know you're also involved in the Interact Club, and you guys do a lot for the school.
Yeah, I think I had over 30 hours of volunteering with the Interact Club, and it was just a wonderful experience. We did everything from food drives to helping out, going to You Got a Friend Day and helping out people with disabilities. It was just a great experience. Santa's workshop down in Grandview, helping the kids pick out presents for their parents, having their eyes light up when they see the candy on the tables and the presents and everything, and they keep grabbing everything like they just can't get enough.
Now let's turn and switch gears, go to sports, because you certainly did a lot of that in your high school and grade school career. But before we get to baseball, which is my favorite, let's first. I know you were a letter winner, a several-year letter winner in soccer. Austin also wrestled this season for Coach Wynell, who asked him to fill a spot in the lineup, even though you hadn't wrestled since you were just really little. And you were able to do that for him. And I know he's very appreciative of it. And just talk about those couple experiences that you've had?
Soccer was definitely a fun experience. This year was a little crazy. I mean, with everything going on, we actually had to merge with the girls, which was I didn't mind it. It was a fun experience having a girl/guy team, which I've never had that though in my life where I've played sport with girls. Definitely different view on everything competitive wise.
Right.
And then wrestling was fun. I got to be with all my friends. All my friends did that sport. We really had a good time traveling with each other. I mean, I might not have been the best at it, but I just did it to keep in shape for baseball, the grand finale.
Yeah, the grand finale, and that's what I wanted to talk about. Baseball wise, I mean, I had the opportunity to coach you, and it was just a pleasure. And let me just tell you that. And I'll tell you that again face to face when we meet again. But I know you stepped in as a sophomore and had to step in after an injury to our catcher, and you just basically took off from there. And you had an outstanding, rest of your sophomore year into your junior year. And then, of course, we know what happened. You worked your tail off for this senior year, ready to go and ready to play. You were a captain. You were stepping up as a leader, Austin. I can't even, it gives me goosebumps now to say it. And at the same time, it breaks my heart to have to realize that we didn't have a season. But I was looking forward to it so much because I know how much you were looking forward to it. And you being our only senior, to me, doesn't matter. It's easy for someone to say, well, you only have one senior. You have a lot of guys coming back. Very true. But that one senior is you. And that means a lot, to lose somebody like that and not have that opportunity. But, you were one of our leaders, not only statistically, but also, as far as character and things like that. And I certainly do appreciate it, Austin. Talk about your baseball career a little bit and maybe some, thank you to some of your other coaches that have coached you throughout the years.
Yeah. Well, it all started. First time I picked up a bat was 5 years old. I took off from there. I loved the game. Went to everything. Played all year round almost until I was 12. Then I started getting into other sports. Helping out the school and everything. Playing soccer, wrestling, basketball. Real fun time. And then I get to high school and it was definitely a change. Definitely a change when I got into high school. It was smaller. Wasn't biggest kid, you could say. But I definitely feel like I've grown so tremendously from baseball. All the coaches throughout the way, just to name a few. John DePalma, I know, was a big influence. Joey Lynch, he came in when I was 13, started teaching me how to throw again and hit. Even coaches, soccer, Tawny Lynch, Austin Main, my wrestling coaches, Mike Wynell, Coach Esposito with basketball and a little bit of baseball. I mean, even my freshman year, but Adam Island showing us his strength and conditioning with showing me how to lift. And then I just took off my senior year, gained 15 pounds. It was fun time. I really felt confident in my body. I mean, now with the quarantine, can't even go to the gym. We try. And to you, Coach Flick, I've learned so much. You really helped me grow as a person, teach me getting through all my hiccups throughout the years. It's been a real fun time. Even Coach Kreinock, he's a hoot. I actually still see him sometimes. He comes up and gets pizza. So
he keeps everything lively, doesn't he?
Oh, yes, he does.
Yes, he does.
Jokester. That's what he is.
Yep. No, absolutely, Austin. And, we're certainly going to miss you. We're going to miss your fun personality, your hardworking personality. And, when you look back at some of the things that were the most important, it's the relationships you build. And I always say this as a coach, it's not the wins and losses. It might be during the season you want to win, but it's more about, later in life when you hear from an athlete that you coached from 18, 19 years ago, that's pretty special, and everybody else throughout the way. So, I mean, that's what I'll remember most about you is character and the way you were and your hard-working type of abilities. But memorable moments in baseball, I know that there were a couple we've talked about before.
Yeah, definitely going up to the Wild Things Stadium. That was a fantastic time, getting to play where AAA team plays and colleges play. It was a fun time. Going to PNC Park, I mean, it's just the surreal atmosphere there. Well, I mean, we might not have the biggest crowds, but that's hard to fill up that stadium there. And I'll never forget Joey Lynch, or Joey Lasser. He throws a ball, pop up, straight up over my head. I'm catching. I run out, turn around. I'm about to catch it. I even called it. Ball, ball, ball. Joey comes running right into my back. Ball lands right in between us. Oh, I'll never forget that moment.
You know, the best part about that is we worked on how many times with catchers technique on how to catch a ball like that, and you got to be really good at it. And here we are at PNC Park, this huge venue, and a pop-up goes – it was pretty high too. It goes straight.
Oh, yeah.
And you're camped under it, basically saying, I got this one, baby. And then Joe came in and ruined the party. We can laugh about it now, though, right?
Oh, yeah. I know. That was just a great experience. Just staying in the hotel with all the players, getting to bond with the team. It was a fun time. It's a fun time.
Absolutely, buddy. Absolutely. So now we move forward, and you're going to Teal, which is awesome. And hopefully, you know, we can still connect. I know everybody uses the word brothers now, but the brothership of the athletes and things like that, and the coaches' bonds with their athletes, man. First of all, I just want to tell you again, because we're running out of time, but I want to tell you again, I apologize. You know, it hurts me that you didn't have a season or an end of a senior year. And I mean, I know how hard it must be, but you know, you're a resilient bunch, as are your senior friends, and I know you'll get through it. But I just thank you for everything you provided, not only Derry Area School District, but also in athletics at Derry, and I thank you for that, Austin.
Thank you very much. I do have to give some of the credit to my parents.
Exactly. Yeah, there you go.
They definitely guided me through everything. They've been my foundation. They built me up from the ground. It's been a bumpy ride, but we got through it. Even my brother and sister, they've definitely had their fair share of bad moments in their life, but I've learned from them. And I feel like you should do that in every situation. Just learn.
Family's most important, right? No matter what.
Family's most important.
Austin, thank you so much for taking time. Hopefully we can have that handshake before you leave for college when all of this stuff is done, and that you guys get your best graduation you possibly can throughout all this. But I just want to say thank you. And this is the least that we can do, you know, for you and for what you've done for us. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I really appreciate this. I will never forget this. This was definitely one of the moments I will never forget.
Okay, buddy. Take care of yourself.
I'll see you.